Being behind is really something that needs to be studied. The fact that I am only 35 and I feel behind, and I was feeling behind even at the age of 25. I think it's a conversation that, oh my goodness. No, it died. Hold on, y'all. I am back, y'all, and I do apologize. My light had went out. But as I was saying, we as a society feel like we are behind at 35. I'm young. Why do I feel behind? Why is people in their 20s feeling behind? And I think it's a conversation that we really need to talk more about just amongst each other and really get down to the why. I just want to say welcome to my channel. My name is Sierra Monique. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining. And if you are an oldie, I thank you for coming and watching my video. Please engage in the comments if you can. Like, subscribe, do all of those things for your girl. um Yo, I ain't gonna lie. At 35, I just thought my life was gonna look so much different. I thought that by this time in my life, if you would have asked me at the age of 18 where I would be at 35, baby, I would have been married, living somewhere warm with at least three children, a graduate, working an amazing corporate job. Honey, being that girl, traveling, being an amazing mother, driving a G Wagon, all of the superficial things, all of the fairy tale things. That's really how I thought my life was going to look. But as I am 35 and I am comparing what I thought my life would have looked like and looking at what my life actually is, it is literally day and night. I didn't know what it would take to even obtain half of the things that I wanted, not just financially, but internally. I was lost. I was a caterpillar. It's like, baby, when you young, you think you have it all together. You think you know everything, and then life will humble you. Life will teach you. And the good thing about life is that through the lessons, through teachings, you will evolve. You will learn that life is a journey. You will learn that you aren't supposed to always have it all together because it defeats the purpose of life. The purpose of life is to go through it. The purpose of life is to experience it. The purpose of life is to also have a past to have a testimony for. You know what I mean? So it's just so funny just thinking it back to what I thought my life would have looked like. Even right now, I feel like, by the time I was 25, I just already knew, okay, that life that I thought I was going to have is not, because by the time I was 25, I was a mother at the time to a 4-year old. Um, I was a college dropout living at home with my mom because I decided to move in with my child's father, was evicted. At 25, I was not stable within a job. I was working, but I was not stable. I was drinking a lot. I was partying, and I was lost, honestly. So it's just insane to me just thinking back, like, why do people at 25 think that their life should be together? Like, your 20s are literally meant to be lived. And although I became a mom fairly young, that's the time where you figure it out. You make your mistakes. Um, and you kind of just like deal with the consequences later, honestly. It was by the time I got into like my late 20s, I'll say maybe like 27, I started to notice like, damn, my peers is buying houses. Damn, my peers is getting engaged. Damn. Oh, you on a master's degree? Oh, you drive that kind of car? Oh, you taking these types of vacations? And it dawned on me like, damn, girl, you're not doing enough. You not doing enough. Like, you need to step your cookies up. Like, this ain't a joke no more. This ain't a game. Like, you almost 30, girl. You need to chop chop. Like, what's happening? What's going on? It was just like, even on social media, it was just looking at those things was just like a constant reminder of just how much I did not have. Because everything I felt like I started, I literally did not finish it. Like my follow through when I was younger and in my 20s was just not where it needed to be. I'm gonna be very honest. I feel that I was very gullible. I feel that even though I came from a mother that was very she was a go getter. Despite her having two kids when she graduated high school, my mom was a go getter. Like my mom got her degrees by the time she was 30. Like, and when I say degrees, I mean my mom, when she got her associates, her bachelor's and master's degree. By the time she was 30, my mom had bought a house by the time she was 30. My mom was married by the time she was 30. So it's like, even seeing that and not having it was just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you're supposed to have these things. Like, you came from a woman that figured it out. Like, you came from a woman that did all of the things. Why are you not obtaining none of it? Because like, from the things my mom was doing, like I wasn't doing. I didn't have. The most I had was a car and a baby. That's the only thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's not something to be flexing about. Girl, you still live at home with your mom with a baby. But the pressure really got real when I was in my late 20s, and I had to wake up. I had to wake up because I had understood that not only am I a mother and I have a young child that needs me, but I was literally letting down my own self. I was letting down the young girl within me. I was letting down the woman that I wanted to become. And I was really just roaming through life with no sense of direction at the time. Which is part of the reason why I was feeling behind, because by the time I got behind, I was like, "Oh, baby, what's happening here? You shaking the table, like, girl, you gotta get it together. Like, what's going on, mamas?" And it was probably, I'm 35. Maybe by the time to be honest, at 35, I am just now realizing that you're not really ever behind because time does not exist. Um, we all have our own journey within life, and not everyone's journey look the same. Some people have to go through certain things to get to the next level. Some people have to experience loss to be found. Now, what I don't believe is you self-sabotaging. Do I think that things happen? Yeah, sure. But I don't believe in sabotaging your life. But what I do believe is that society puts time on all of these things that really don't mean anything. I mean, the only thing that means anything is having good health and have being able to eat and having a roof over your head. Outside of that, everything else is kind of extra. And once we get to the realization that all those additional things, all of those materialistic things don't matter, is when we'll get to a place of understanding that, girl, you're really not behind. Sometimes, just thinking back over my life, and like I said, my mom set me and my brother up um for a promised future. My mom, I'm from Philly. I'm from South Philly. I'm from the hood, but what I will say is my mom did her very best to get us out of there at a young age. Like, I moved out of South Philly at 9 and moved to the county. And I was in the county from there up until now because I'm still out here. Did I temporarily? Yeah, I moved back when I was younger with my dad, but my mom put us in position to do better than she did. And in all aspects, I do think that I'm doing well. Like, I'm not out here. It's those material things. It's that degree. It's the I ain't a homeowner. It's those things that um society says that I'm supposed to have that I may not have right now. And I had to get to the point of acceptance because I'm not like her. I'm not like you. I'm not like those people that have those things. And also, I don't know what those people went through to obtain those things. I want a husband and children, but Jane probably having and she probably getting hit upside the head every day. Not to say that I'm people that have those things um, have harm. I'm wishing them harm in their lives, but it's just like you don't know what people is going through to have the things that you want. Sometimes we do have to find gratitude in the small things that we have. Things can be a lot worse. We can still be in that same place that we were in 10 years ago. You know what I mean? I'm just grateful that I'm not. I'm grateful that I did have an awakening and understanding that you have got to decide to choose yourself. You have got to decide to not reevaluate, but evaluate your life in order for you to make the next step. And we have to come to the realization that we not the same. Our lives are not the same and they're not supposed to look the same. If and we just live in a country where everything's just unified. We have the same types of phone. We wear the same hairstyles. We wear the same cars. I mean, we wear the same clothes. We drive the same cars. It's this aesthetic thing, and that shit it doesn't exist. It's literally brainwash, and it's really time for us to create our own journey. It's time for us to really create the life that fits our own. My puzzle pieces ain't gonna fit into your puzzle. Just like your puzzle pieces are not going to fit into mine. So why do I have the expectation that your life and my life is supposed to be the same? What makes people great is the differences within each other. Do we have similarities? Sure. And I think by us having similarities is what keep people, humans connected. That's how we can help people. That's how we can help, you know, elevate people. That's how we can have like these conversations that I'm having because a lot of the times people are suffering in silence. People are suffering and not saying anything. People are thinking that they are less than because they don't have the thing. And honestly, once you get the thing, you're going to want another thing. So once you get to a place of understanding that the thing is not the goal, you will be better off. Part of us feeling behind is us looking at the things that we don't have. Sometimes you're not supposed to have those things. Sometimes, yeah, we want to make X amount of dollars, but can you sustain the money that you make now? Can you budget the money you have now? Can you pay your bills on time now? You want a bigger, nicer place, but are you taking care of the things that you have now? You want a better car, but are you taking care of it? Are you getting your brakes done? Are you making sure you getting your oil change? Are you making sure that you're vacuuming your car out and it smells good and look good? We want all of these things, but sometimes the thing that we want ain't what we supposed to have. We supposed to make sure that the things that we have is stewarded, that we're taking care of those things so that when we are blessed with more, we know what to do with it. We want the relationship, right? You want that man, but do that man want you the way that you are? Or should you be working on yourself right now, getting this together? Are you working on your anger? Are you working on your selfishness? Are you working on your insecurities? Because the good person and the good man that you want, that person is not going to stand for those things within you. So we have to really understand that just because we don't have it now, don't mean we're not going to get it. And also, just because we don't have it, doesn't mean we're supposed to have it. Sometimes we ain't supposed to have it. We have to accept that and work on those parts of ourselves right now so that when we do and if we get it, we know how to keep it. And this message is really for my 20 somethings. I really want y'all to focus on one thing at a time. Focus on the thing that is going to essentially domino affect your life. If that is college, go to college and finish. If that's a trade, go get that trade and find that job. If it is you being a young mom, be the best mother to that child that you can be. If it's starting a business, start that business and don't stop until you make some type of revenue. When you are 20, you are not supposed to have it together. You are supposed to make mistakes. So be kinder to yourself, be more gentle with yourself, have grace for yourself, because your 20s is a time of, what's the word I'm looking for? Your 20s is the time to explore, to figure out, do I like this? Do I not like this? Is this for me or is this not for me? Does this work or doesn't, or don't this work? If this don't work, do the next thing. It's not a time to stop. You can't stop. You can't get in your head. You got to figure it out. If you are not good with money, what are you doing to get better with it? That's what you should be doing. Not stopping, not giving up, not thinking you're behind, because trust and believe, those people that's in their 20s doing here, there, everywhere now, let me take this back, because there's some girlies in their 20s that got it going on. They learned at a very young age of how to have it going on. But if that's not you, you're not behind, because this is your journey. This is your life. These is the cards you were dealt. You were dealt X amount of cards, and Keisha was dealt the other set of cards. Work with what the cards you have. Do not give up, and do not get in your head thinking that you're behind, because you probably are a lot further than you think you are. Something that keeps me grounded in where I am is looking at where I came from. When I was 20, yo, I was a mess. I ain't gonna lie to you. Um, I didn't have a lot in my 20s. And right now I'm not gonna say I have so many things, but like, I finally got my first apartment by myself. I have been sustaining it. It's clean, it's cute. I have my own room. My son has his own room. I am grateful for it, because at one point I did not have it. I did not have the home. I am literally living in an answer prayer. I decided to go back to school at 29. No, 30. I said, Sierra, if this is what you're going to do, you got to go. You can't stop. It took me 4 years to get my associate's degree. I graduated last year. And that within itself is a testimony. Because in my 20s, I went, and I made up every excuse as to why I couldn't complete it. And part of it was because I was lazy. Part of it was because I didn't believe I could do it. Part of it was because I was too worried about the wrong things. But right now at 35, I am so grateful that I decided to go back to school when I did, because I had a certain level of discipline at 30 that I did not have at 18. And it taught me that I can complete something. I can finish something. Even with having the apartment now and being a graduate, there are so many other places in my life where I feel like I can definitely do better at. I can excel more in. But I'm not going to be down on myself, because I am going to get to a place where I am a homeowner. I'm going to get to a place where I drive the car that I want. I'm going to get to the place where I am making six figures. I am going to get to those places because I am actively doing the work. I'm gonna say every time I put up this camera, I'm gonna post every day for the next 30 days, because 6 months from now my life is going to be different. It's going to look different. I'm going to feel different. I'm going to speak different. I am going to be different. Everything about me is going to be different, because I truly believe that the life you live is the life that you choose. If you lazy, you're not going to see much within your life. You're not. If you keep putting stuff to the back because you're too afraid to do it, you're not going to move far in your life. And you are then going to start getting that feeling of feeling behind. Because if you don't put one foot in front of the other, you're not going to move. God is not going to move anything into your life until you're ready to do it. So do it. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. I've been there. I'm still there. I am actively working through this. Actively working through this. I um don't have it all together. I'm still figuring it out. I am still a trial. This is trial and error for me, baby. Um but like I said, can't stop, won't stop. I just want to remind y'all that feeling behind is not failure, and that your timeline is not the same as everybody else's. So block that out as much as you can. Stay off of social media a little bit longer if you need to. Try not to measure your accomplishments to someone else's accomplishments, because again, you don't know what it took for them to get there. You don't know how many hard nights it took for that person to get that degree. You don't know what it took for those people to take that trip. You don't know how it what it took for that person to get their child through college. You don't know. You don't know what it took for someone to have a home. And understand that your timeline belongs to you. Your puzzle pieces belong to you. And you need and you should really focus on building the life that makes sense to you, not to nobody else. Thank y'all so much for watching. I think that is it for today. Please like, comment, subscribe. And yes, thank you so much for watching. Love you. Bye.